Hello everyone. Now we will see the final form submission for solution challenge. This is our form where at first we need to give the leader's email ID, then other details and the details of the team and team members. This would be the solution name, team members ID, email ID obviously. Then you have to choose, do you belong to GDSC lead, means are you a GDSC lead or core team member or a member of GDSC or not a member of GDSC. Make sure that one of your team members should be the part of GDSC, otherwise your solution will be rejected. So make sure of that. Now you have to choose, is there anyone from other chapter GDSC, means from other college or from other GDSC. Okay, in our case it is no, we all are from GDSC-AEC. Now here we have to choose our colleges. There are a list of various colleges, out of which we have to choose India Asansol Engineering College. Here we have to choose what are the activities in which we have participated as our own or as a team. So choose in whatever you have participated. Then here you have to choose when you have started working on your project. So we have started on December. Then the UN challenges or the UN Sustainable Development Goals you are solving. We are solving goal 3, goal 8 and goal 10. It can be different on your case. So choose whatever you are solving. Now what are the technologies or products and platform you have used? The Google products. Okay. In our case we have used machine learning, web progress and other things as well. Maybe Google Cloud as well. So choose whatever you have used. Okay. It may be Firebase in your case, other things as well. Okay, so choose whatever you have used. Next is the feedback. What you want to give the feedback for the products. It is mandatory to give the feedback. Let's say if you have liked it, so what you have liked it, just mention those things. Nothing too complex. Now the video guidelines. So your video should be 2 minutes of 2 minutes duration. Okay, and make sure that there is a short introduction of you, your team and from where you are. It should be within 15 to 30 seconds. Okay, you also have to upload the video. You can upload it on YouTube and paste the YouTube link over here. Make sure that your video should be unlisted. Okay, next is your GitHub project link. You need to deploy your project in the GitHub, and whatever are the required things or necessary things needed, you need to mention them in readme file. Also mention the GitHub link over here. Now make sure that your GitHub should be publicly available. Don't keep it private. Okay, otherwise if the judges won't able to see your GitHub repo, then they will disqualify you. So make sure that they should be publicly available. Next is these things: overview of project, whatever problems you are solving and whatever things you are doing in the project, just mention those things. In our case we had mentioned whatever we are doing, what are the SDs we are choose and other things, what are vision and yeah, all those things. Now please clearly describe the challenge you are solving for using a problem statement. Here you have to say, or here you have to write what are the problems that you have seen and you are solving through your project or through your solution. In our case we are solving the problem of not getting reliable medical guidance, right? We are not motivated enough to do the workouts or whatever our daily challenges or daily activities we should do. So for that all things we are doing or making this project. Next is what are the UN Sustainable Development Goals we have choose and why we have choose that. So in our case we have choose goal 3, this one, goal 8 and goal 10. Whatever you have choose, you need to mention those things and why you have choose. Just give a brief into why you have choose those goals. Okay. Now architecture. What are the architectures you have used? Architectures means what are the technologies you have used in maybe backend, front end and other things. In our case we have used React.js for front end, Node.js, MongoDB, Flask, LLM, Gemini API, all those things, right? We need to mention those things. Next is what are the specific products and platforms we have used. So again, React plus Vite, MongoDB, Node.js, Chatbot API, and those things that we have used, right? You need to mention those things again. Now testing. Make sure that you will give your project or you need to test your project for the real users. It may be your parents, maybe your relatives or neighbors or your friends as well. Okay. Now you need to take the feedback from them. What you can improve in your project. So you have to mention 3 of them. Okay. So just give the feedback. In our case, we have a tracking issue. So we are thinking to solve it through Google Calendar. So I have mentioned it over here. There should be more too that you need to give for your particular project. Next is highlight the challenge you have faced while building your code. Whatever the problem you have faced. So in our case we have faced the problem related to tracking. So I have mentioned that and how we have reduced or how we have tackled that issue. In our case we have used Google Calendar to tackle that. But in your case it can be different. Okay. So mention whatever was there in your case. Now what are the impacts and effects that your projects are making? So here we have mentioned what are the holistic approach our project has, and it is giving home remedies, personal recommendation, fitness tracking and all those things. So we have mentioned those things. So what are the futures and next step for your project? What you are planning to do in the future regarding your project? So we are trying to integrate multilingual assistance, fitness tracking along diverse devices like smartphones, a smartwatch and all those things. We also want to collaborate with doctors and other health cares. So those are our future plans that we have mentioned. Here are what are the technical architecture you could use so that you can scale your product to the large community or for the large audience. So in our case, we can integrate Google Cloud and other technologies for doing the same. Just mention whatever you want to use for scaling your product. Okay, there should not be very major changes. With a very little change or with the current state, how you are going to scale your product, you need to mention those things. So now next, this is if you get selected in top 100, which language we will prefer. It should be English in our case, obviously. Primary technical area where you need help. In our case, Google Cloud can be the area. In your case, it can be something different. Maybe machine learning, web, Android, anything. Okay. Next, what is the secondary technical area where you need help? The second thing. So I choose Google Analytics. You can choose something different like machine learning or anything else. Maybe Flutter as well. You can choose anything. So next is terms and conditions. Just do I agree in all of them and finally submit it. Okay, this is a basic form fill up that you need to do for submitting your project. Thank you.